One. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Peoria Fight Talks. I'm your host, Anshuman Reddy. So today we'll be interviewing Jacob El Bandido Chavez today. So tell us about yourself, Jacob.
Um, my name's Jacob, and I'm 15, and I'm in middle school.
Wow. So, how did you first get started in boxing?
Well, my dad introduced me to boxing, and I just kept going to the gym, and I started liking it.
Oh, your parents. So
Yes.
wait, that's wow. For me, when my first experience was Tang Sudo at River City, I joined because my brother was doing it. So yeah, is often a good way of like folks for to get into like combat sports and stuff. How old were you when you first started?
12 years old.
Oh, yeah. So where was your first gym?
It's in Florida. It's called Box Fit Okeechobee.
Oh, so you're from Florida.
Yeah.
So, so truth be told, I'm not an Illinois native either. Like I actually moved from Massachusetts. My dad's a retinal surgeon, so we moved around a lot. Was that the case with you?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, it gets a lot of used to when you're moving around a lot. So, what do you love about the sport?
Um, I just, I just, I just like want to go pro and stuff, and basically, like, I don't really know. There's a
Jacob, you have the whole life ahead of you to figure that out. But you're taking the first step. That is always it. All champions begin with the first step. That is something that should be praised. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm too much of a chicken to go into combat sports. I mean, fight competitively. Because the truth is, because of my Asperger's syndrome, don't have the best reaction time. So the thing is, it's easier to just stay on the sideline and criticize people, but you're taking the first step. That's always admirable. It's just a matter of I mean, all the greats in the of champions have always been in your shoes. So you don't have to if ever feel that you have doubts about yourself, don't need to. So you currently I've seen footage of you currently training at KOK Boxing. Like so how you felt like that has been like.
um how I felt in boxing in the boxing gym.
I mean, yeah, with KOK.
It feels good and stuff. Like,
Oh, mm, Robert Bell's a great coach. I say it because
yeah.
actually, what's interesting is that we've actually interviewed him previously on this podcast. Oh, of course, this is back. Were you training with them back when they were in Peoria at Peoria Friendship House?
No.
Oh, yeah, their old place was at Peoria Friendship House. Basically, in the back in the gym, it was much tinier compared to the one at Northwoods Mall. Also, shout out to Coach Bell and KOK Boxing. Like, just to give you more to explain to you more about Jacob about why we have this podcast. So this happened. How long has it been? I think it's been more. It's definitely been more than a year. So we started this. I started the Peoria Martial Arts Forum because it's actually because of Coach Bell and I don't know if you've heard of them, but another boxing gym in Peoria called Combat Academy that's run by someone named Robert Bryant. Oh right, were you at that event with like Combat Academy and the Mud Hut Warriors with again shout out to Robert Bryant and Coach Bang at Mud Hut Warriors at East Bluff Community Center. You were all three of those gyms were there at KOK Boxing recently. Were you in that photo or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean we also did an interview with Robert Bryant and Bang Wilkins as well. Really nice gentleman. I mean,
Yeah.
so back to the earlier conversation. So there was the first gun gloves up, guns down event that was a couple of years ago at Peoria Friendship House. I don't know. Were you in here in Peoria when that happened, or
I don't think so.
it was a year and a half ago, I think.
Yeah. No.
If I ever, so sorry, I'm sorry if I'm dominating this conversation, especially since I'm supposed to be interviewing you. So
Yeah.
I got that event gave us the inspiration to start the Peoria Martial Arts Forum to support local martial combat sports practitioners like you of course.
Mm.
So some few more questions. Who do you admire the most in the boxing field?
Like like who I look up to,
Yes,
like my idol.
yes,
Uh, I like I look up to Gervonta Davis.
good. That's
I
math.
just yeah, I just like how he fights and breaks down his opponents. And uh yeah, I just like his skills. He's a very good fighter to me.
So like go more into detail.
I like how like his footwork's good, his speed, his power, how he uh puts pressure to his opponents, breaks them down, and that's what I love about him.
I can see that because in some ways boxing is much of a strategy. Like most people assume that boxing is just raw dudes just punching heavy fists at. It's also about movement, like getting the angles on your opponent. Like so, what's your favorite combo?
Uh my favorite it's like it's like body and head,
Head,
like
body hook, head hook.
yeah, like that.
Oh, that is great. Oh, that is an amazing combo. Because here's the reason behind that. When you go for a body shot, you're hitting the liver. That's
Yeah.
actually more effective hurting someone more than hitting them in the head. Because the liver is actually one of the biggest organs in the body. When you hit someone on the head, they get hazy and they don't feel it. When you get hit in the liver, you feel all of it.
Yeah.
Then you go for then they lurch forward, and then they get hit on the head. It's a good combo. So yeah. So for the most part, I've been actually like it's amazing what boxing legends we have in Peoria. Besides KOK, like there's someone named Francis Sargent. Like back in the day, he fought against Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. He actually won the state Golden Gloves.
Yeah.
So, so really amazing. There's Robert Bryant and Combat Academy. Back when they were Peoria Fight Club, they made a meme of themselves on the internet by having like 1 million followers on Facebook. Like, did you know much? How much did you know about Combat Academy before you met them?
I didn't really know them that
Oh,
much. Yeah.
okay. So, tell us about this upcoming fight you have. Where?
Um, well, I don't know if I have a fight, but it's maybe probably going to be in June.
Oh, are you gonna be fighting the Golden Gloves?
No,
Oh, so what kind of fight is it? Or
it's amateur. Like,
oh,
yeah,
that's that's still admirable because, like I said, amateur is always the first step.
yeah.
So, what do you? How do you train? How do you like to train when you're training for boxing?
Um, I just work on my. I just work everything. I work my footwork, my my speed, my power, my head movement, and just I just work hard every day. I push myself um for the upcoming fight.
Oh, that's yeah. So when exactly? When is the date of that fight exactly?
Um, I don't really know. It's like somewhere in June.
Hmm, that's okay, but yeah. So let me get my thoughts together. Ah, yes. So would you consider? So has your family been involved in boxing for a long time? Like sometimes some families like they go into boxing as a family tradition, like the grandpa, the father does it, or has it been like that with your family?
I don't know. I think like they just like my dad. He liked boxing. He just watched boxing, and I guess he just like put me in there.
That's still good.
Yeah.
So, and actually, here's something interesting I learned not that long ago. There are actually different. I know you hear those different types of martial arts around the world, like kung fu, Muay Thai, like Savate and stuff. But there are actually different types of boxing. Like first, there's like the American boxing. There's also
Mhm.
the Cuban style, and then there's the Soviet style. Each use different versions. Like the Soviet style, their hook is different. Like their hook really goes around. Like they throw a jab, and then they throw a hook that's going down,
Yeah.
kind of like that. Like it's a very very interesting. So let me get my thoughts together. Hmm. So how? So what did? So with your time, have you made friends when you're at your time at KOK Boxing? I know this is maybe a sound question to ask, but as someone who's worked but been at martial arts gyms, usually the friends we train with are the ones who will be our supporting people, and maybe people who will be at our side as we go forward in combat sports.
Yeah.
I mean, in combat in KOK Boxing, I see a lot of talented people. Like even if when they leave, they often go on to achieve great things. So, what are your thoughts?
Uh, I think it's like really good for them because like um well there's like more experienced people at the gym, more experienced than me. Well, um they I like to train with more experienced people and they'll give me advice what I need to work on, what I need to do. And yeah,
So, I actually that's amazing because I'm not saying this because I'm just being like a bootlicker or something, but training with stronger people is the only way you can truly get better.
yeah.
Like I'm gonna be truth with time. Do you time a lot?
Excuse me?
Like timing is basically where you I think that's what we use at our Muay Thai gym. Like when you do it's not full on sparring, but you light sparring with like fellow folks who go to your gym. Do you do that a lot?
Uh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like that's great. Like I'm gonna be honest about something. Usually when I time, I get my butt beat because I got my because of my condition. It's not the best reaction time, but it's actually that's important because you go fighting against folks who fought before, like learning from your mistakes. Like I've gotten my face smacked because of how many times I let my guard down. Like one old kickboxing instructor told me that basically the perfect way to keep your chin down is get a tennis ball, keep it tucked under your chin and like this, so that way it forces you to basically like. I once trained under someone a very a former Olympic athlete named Rustam Olmasov. Shout out to him too. Like that, he basically turned me inside out, but I'm stronger. But one, so what are your thoughts on Coach Bell?
He's a very good coach. Um and he gives me advices, tells me what I need to fix, and yeah,
Oh yeah, he's very. I've always admired him for what he's done. Like not only that, what he's helping with. I'm sorry. Let me get my thoughts. Let me get my thoughts. Like the fact that he's doing KOK Dream Chasers, the nonprofit that helps kids, and as well as doing the Guns Up Gloves Down thing, and he's helping giving youth a career with boxing and helping them. Like he is all around amazing individual. So when you train do you train when you train by yourself, what music do you like to listen to?
um, I got a lot of type of music I listen to, but yeah,
Like when I train at home, I usually listen to rock music and hip hop music.
yeah, I listen to like rap kind of.
Yeah, I really like listening to old school '90s rap like NWA,
Yeah,
Tupac, Biggie. Like, oh, you're prob everyone on the internet's gonna laugh at this. When I was younger in middle school, early high school, the Actually, it was a video game that got me into '90s hip hop. It was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I know I shouldn't be playing the M-rated games when you're above the age of 17. Of course, who really did that? I don't think that joke really applies to anybody. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. So, how did you first get into hip hop music?
Um, I don't, I don't really know. Well, maybe for my older brother, and I guess he listened to music like that around me, and I started liking it, and then
Yeah, it was it was also kind of the same thing with my older brother, in particular with rock music. Like, so, what is your ultimate boxing goal?
my ultimate boxing goal is turn pro and to win some titles, and yeah.
So, hmm, so, so how do you balance your school life with your combat sports life?
I'm still trying to learn how to balance it.
Mm,
And yeah,
yeah, that can be hard, especially since you're essentially the equivalent of a varsity athlete, um,
mm,
sort of, and you're trying to balance that with your homework and all that stuff. So
yeah.
yeah, I can understand that's a bit of a struggle in and of itself, because mm, yeah. So let me. What else? What else? Oh yes. So how did you first find out? So how did your family first come to Peoria?
Well, mostly my my whole family's here, so
Oh,
yeah.
really? Like your whole family moved from Florida to Illinois?
Um, no, they they were in Peoria, but me and my mom and dad and stuff, we were in Florida. So,
Oh, so your family moved back, so to speak.
well, no, like we were in Florida, but we moved over here in Peoria because my aunt, my grandpa, my grandma, everyone's here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like like I said, my I moved here because of my dad's work. Out of curiosity, I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
So who designed your shirt?
Uh, it's it's my name and my nickname.
Oh, so
Yeah.
what's the image supposed to be on the shirt? I know it's like a knight, or it reminds me of the power suits from the Fallout series. I don't know if you heard that video game series.
Nah,
Do you play video games a lot?
um, a little bit.
Oh, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game is probably Call of Duty.
Oh, I
Yeah.
played Call of Duty. Like when the first Modern Warfare came out, I played the hell out of that game.
Mm,
I played the original trilogy. Like some of the older first-person shooters. Like I don't know if you've played. Well, actually, might have been before your time. But have you ever played one good first-person shooter was Bioshock? So I don't. Like I said, it came out in the 2000s, so you might not know about it. Like it takes place in an underwater city where you get injected with plasmids that augment your genetic makeup. You can shoot lightning, fire out of your hands while you're also wielding guns and stuff in this water city full of crazy people. So yeah, like in some ways, I know combat sports and video games are varied, but they also do help with reaction time and basically quick thinking and strategy. Although boxing is technically not a team sport, although you do train with other people. Like I'm calling shout out to Robert Bryant again, but you can play baseball, you can play football, but you don't play boxing, so to speak.
mm.
So, so after this upcoming match in June, what do you think your plans are going to be?
Um, to train hard before the fight um and all the hard work put it to put it in the ring.
So, one thing I've always hmm. So one thing you so I have a so one thing you I know I'm giving you some fight tips even though I'm not a boxer myself. One thing you always want to do is always get out is utilize angles to get the advantage over your opponent. So basically, like stepping outside their foot reach. Like let me what that means by like imagine how you're out of your stepping outside your opponent's stance, so to speak,
Yeah,
because you can slip easier. Because angles are everything in a fight. Because
yeah,
to quote Bruce Lee, boards don't hit back or dummies in case of because you really don't hit break boards in boxing. Although it would be pretty easy. So where was I? So, what do you think of Peoria?
um, it's it's good.
Oh,
It's good.
so what do you love the most about it?
Well, I don't really know because I just moved I just moved here like um this in December I moved here. So
Oh, you really haven't been here that long.
yeah,
Oh, hmm. Like, like I said, just I'm sorry if I dominate this conversation since it's supposed to be about you, but
yeah,
we have an amazing combat sports scene here. Not just boxing, as you've already aware, but we also have a great Muay Thai scene and MMA scene. Like, I train at Peoria Muay Thai. I train. There's also Kickboxing 309, Peoria Athletic Club, which does boxing, MMA, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai. We have uh, Soo Kim's Tang Soo Do Academy, which is on Main Street, like right next to the Ton Lin restaurant. I don't know if you've eaten there before.
mhm,
So yeah, it's on Main Street next to Bradley. That he's been coaching for like 40 years or 30 years. I'm not exactly sure. Really, really amazing man. So because if you Peoria has a thriving combat sports scene, like, and yet not many people realize it. Like, I think I'm actually very glad you were able to find KOK Boxing.
yeah.
Like, do you do you have fun while you're training there? I mean, this is not to disparage KOK Boxing, but like, what is the thing you find most fun about boxing?
Well, like sparring. I like sparring a lot.
Yeah, that's the opposite for me. Like doing conditioning and learning techniques is more of my thing. Because Untrue and Ready Facts 101. I am a massive chicken.
Mm,
Like one bad thing I do is I put my neck back and I get afraid of getting punched in the face, which if you're timing or light sparring with someone, you're going to eventually get punched in the face. And yet I am a massive chicken. Like I actually interesting facts about me again. I apologize for dominating this conversation. Is that I actually used to back when I was working for Art Inc. Their art school that down by Peoria Friendship House. I actually work with them as a martial arts as a combat sports teacher. So I actually train kids at Manual. Are you going to Central or Manual next year? Or
Central.
oh, okay. So I actually trained some kids at Manual. Like there are some talented kids. Like one kid named Jalen. He was an excellent kickboxer. And there's Taekwon, who's actually Robert Bryant's nephew. He actually socked me a good few times. One thing he did is that I really need to not flinch and be afraid so much while I'm in timing. I mean, that's one thing why working with young people is amazing, or seeing young people like you grow, is because how do you say it? How do I let me get my thoughts together? Because seeing you grow, because inspire teaching kids is not a one you and the youth is not a one way street. Like you, we don't give you information. You also teach us the how we can be better. Do you feel like that? Like you teach your you we your parents teach you, but they also learn more about themselves of how to be better.
Yeah.
I agree. Yes, because in some ways, most people think martial boxing is just about competition, but it isn't. Like you learn from your opponents. Like I remember one time. You ever watched the fight between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman?
Yes.
So one thing that's amazing that happened years and years later, like even back when Muhammad Ali was had this Parkinson's, like Foreman helped him get to the stage. Well, hold like basically, like let me. I thought he helped the one who defeated him get to the stage to get an award. Like sometimes there's not always a competition is not always the same as animosity. I think so. Sometimes the people you fight in the ring this coming June, they might be your bestie for the next 30 years potentially. Like people, how we engage with people is things like competition is not necessarily the same as hostility.
Yeah.
So, where do you feel like you would want to improve in boxing?
I What do I want to improve? Improve.
Yes.
Uh, well, I want to. Well, I'm focused and improving on myself, and I just want to be on more of a high level experienced boxer. That's what I'm improving to. Yeah.
That's understandable. Like, is it your
Yeah.
reaction time, your punch strength, your speed?
Well, I want to improve everything. My footwork, head movement, speed, power, my angles.
Yeah, I'm gonna be blunt about something. That's also my goal too.
Yeah.
Cause because of my reaction time, I'm always self doubting myself. I always doubt myself when I always say, "What's wrong with my technique?" Like, do you have that feeling too?
Sometimes.
Yeah, like that's me constantly. Like I'm always doubting my kick. Like I'm always keeping looking up, even doing during class. Like I'm looking on YouTube, looking up people. Like how did he kick better? Like one person I really like looking up and is someone called Tony Jeffries. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, you watch his videos?
Uh, no, I just watched like his fights and stuff.
Oh, like he has a YouTube channel where he gives tips to people.
Um,
So if there's a famous boxer out there, there's always going to be posting tips of them to the on YouTube. I mean, social media is how you get attention. I mean, one thing that, especially about with combat sports and getting attention, is that you need to build up a social media presence, especially so people can notice by like promoters and stuff. Now, time to talk about a certain dweeb. I know I shouldn't be using that on our podcast, but what do you think of Jake Paul?
um, I don't know really. I mean, he's a good boxer. He's all right. Yeah.
So a lot of people I've been hearing essentially want to fight him and potentially beat the snot out of him. Like I don't know if you met Anthony Holloway before. He used to train at KOK Boxing.
Yeah.
So he wants to fight Jake Paul, like Amani Jones, Robert Bryant the Fourth, and who else? I think what's this other gentleman's name? I think he's the strongest person currently at Combat Academy. It's not Chopsticks. It's what is it? What's his name? I just recently. I think he might have been there at the. His name is. I know I shouldn't be doubting people I admire, forgetting the name I admire. So there's Chopsticks, there's Rob Bryant IV, Coach Rob Bryant, Almighty Jones, Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer also states he wants to fight. Like, a lot of people either have a love-hate relationship with Jake Paul. Like, I see a lot of people, like, I want to ask you an honest question. Would Prime Mike Tyson probably would have beaten Jake Paul in that fight?
Yeah.
Because that man was like a sledgehammer. Like, he was excellent at movement, but also he was both like, he floated like wind, but also hit like thunder. Because he essentially used his whole body to drive into the punches. So, one of these days, Jake Paul is gonna have to be worried because of how famous you are on the boxing ring, you essentially have a big old target on your back. Because being at the top also means everyone's gunning for your throne.
Yeah.
So who do you think could currently beat Jake Paul, in your opinion?
Like who?
Anyone in the boxing field.
Uh, I mean, mostly. I mean, Jake Paul hasn't fought like a real boxer. He fought like people like out of their prime, like old age, basically. So I think like for like Canelo, like I think he'll beat Jake Paul.
I would pay lots of money to see that.
Yeah.
Personally speaking, I can't stand Jake Paul at all. He's show-offy, like, no, very unsportsmanlike self behavior, and he's making the game look like showmanship rather than actual authenticity.
Mm.
Because Mike Tyson to Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, like, they were authentic boxers. Like, they trained their best, they inspired others. Like, not only that, there was a respect, even though there was a competition. Like, another incident involving Muhammad Ali, this is towards the late stages of his Parkinson's. Like, he actually played a chess game with Mike Tyson. I mean, interacting with your idol. They interacted with each other several times. So, are there any shout-outs you have for anyone you train with currently?
My coach, Robert Bell, and to all the other fighters that train there. You know, yeah, to other fighters, my coach that's been there.
So, that's like sometimes when you're training with other folks, especially those who are professional or amateur, like it's like you're always being on the sideline, just besides these great people. Like it makes you feel good. Like it feels like their greatness is rubbing on to you, and their talent also, especially since you're training and occasionally getting your butt beat by them. Again,
Yeah.
if that stung a little, I apologize because I shouldn't assume. Usually, I get beaten timing a lot, so I won't assume that's your experience. Yeah, but it's amazing that most people think that boxing's all upper body. It's mostly legs.
Yeah.
Like one thing I read online is that putting your weight into your big toe as you throw like the cross, and then when you shift, you put your weight into your big toe.
Mm.
Like, it's amazing. In some ways, boxing is very much like physics, except you're applying physics to actually knock the blood out of your opponent, so to speak. because
Yeah.
the strength travels up your legs into your hips, to your torso, to your shoulder, to your arm. Well, it depends on what arm you're using, so to speak. So, what's your best after an intense training session? What's your best way to cool down? What's your favorite way to cool down?
Um, After like a hard day of training, I just like go home, I eat, and then just like after I shower, I just like go straight to sleep. Mm,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see. Oh, that's great. Like taking a shower after an intense workout when you're all covered in sweat. It's like, and then you just oh, excuse me. Like you just basically want to lie down, relax, like,
yeah.
and basically. So, what's your favorite food?
Um, I don't know. I don't got one.
Well, truth be told, I there's lots of food. Like I love Thai food. I love my mom's Indian cooking, like her egg curry, her the veggie keema she makes me. I also like I love pizza. Like I know this may sound so okay. Out of curiosity, not to sound offensive or anything, but what's your family's ethnical background or
Like, what do you mean?
like? My family's from India. I was not. I was. My parents are immigrants from India. I was born here. Like my brother and me, I were born here. So
Yeah, like I mean,
So, what country from Central or South America is your family from, or are you Filipino or?
no, I'm Mexican.
Oh, because I know I usually I ask all those questions because it's not right to assume that someone's Spanish name is automatically from Mexico.
Yeah.
Because that also like I know a like our hmm, like one thing I wait like let me think. What I want to ask a tip from you because one of my biggest weaknesses is reactions. What is a good way to improve your reaction timing when you're in sparring?
Um, just just my reaction, I guess, like don't be afraid, and just like when you see a punch coming, like don't just like get scared and just like flinch and all. So just like stay calm, relax, and like move your head and something like that. Like just stay calm.
You know, I'm gonna be honest about something. I am terrible at that. Like whenever someone punches me, I also sometimes close my eyes, and then I also pull my head back, which you're never supposed to do. So, how do you keep calm when you're sparring with somebody?
You just see their movements, um, look at their shoulders to see if they're gonna throw, and I just like stay calm, looking to see if they're gonna throw, and just like um move your head side to side and just stay calm.
Jacob, I really need to follow your advice. Thank you for saying that because you've given me a lot to think about. So, what do you think has been your biggest hurdle that you've overcome so far in regards to your boxing style?
Say that again.
Like the biggest hurdle you've had to overcome so far in your boxing, like in terms of being a better boxer.
Oh, well, I just like to be a better boxer. You have to be disciplined, uh, and focus and stay motivated and just keep working hard, keep pushing, stuff like that.
So, I think. that's enough time we'll have for today. So, any final words you have for for everyone out there, Jacob?
I don't know.
So, so I think what you should end is like keep it to tell everyone about your match that's upcoming.
My match is probably. Well, my coach is probably gonna find a match in June, and I'm prepared and ready. Um, for anything.
So, thank you for everyone for tuning in to Peoria Fight Talks. Thank you, Jacob El Bandido Chavez, for coming on this
Yeah.
episode.
Mm.
Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.